Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One. Crazy world we're living in every day. Look at Australia. Looks like they're having an internet problem and a phone problem. It looks like it was probably a hack attack, some type of cyber attack. Um, Look at Brazil. They've been going without some power because of a storm. I think like a half a million people were still out of power, and this was days after the storm went through. So I hope you are prepping. I hope you're prepping hard. Any day, something drastic could happen to your life, and you're going to be very happy that you have prepared. One story I want to talk about, very heart wrenching for me, heart wrenching because I've lost a couple buddies in Afghanistan, guys I knew. And the way we left Afghanistan with their tail between our legs was terrible. But then to make it worse, we left all that military equipment that we need desperately. But looking back, that was a planned destruction of our military and a lot of our assets. But there's a watchdog group that has come out and said Afghanistan has received $11 billion in aid from the U.S. since our withdrawal. They've received $11 billion in foreign aid from the United States since August of 2021. So to make it bad, we left in a terrible way. We left our equipment over there. And now we're continuing to give them money. They're saying that we give them $80 million every 10 to 14 days. This is going to the Taliban. Someone in my book, the government said was the enemy of the people of the United States. Anytime you give aid and comfort to the enemy, that is an offense that could put you in front of a firing squad, but not if you're a politician. If you're a politician, you can get away with it. I find it disgusting that this is happening. This is just another thing for me to look at and say, you know what? Voting our way out of this is not going to help. This is money that we're borrowing. We are continuing to slide into debt. Very soon, we will be paying $1 trillion every year just in interest. The bottom line, this will collapse us. We have enough needs in the United States that we are not meeting, and we probably can't meet. If we tried to meet them, we'd probably collapse the system. But giving 80 million every 10 to 14 days to the Taliban is treason in my book. But when politicians do it, it can get away with it. I have no idea why our men and women that represent us are not hollering, are not screaming, are not doing whatever they need to uphold the Constitution. When you aid the enemy of the United States, it is treason. And this is what's going on. The crazy thing is, they're estimating 11 billion since August of 2021. Remember when we wanted $8 billion to make the wall, 8 billion. And even some Republicans said, oh, that's a lot of money. That is nothing. This was a cop-out. $8 billion. When we're giving 11, we've given 11 billion since we tucked our tails between our legs and ran out of Afghanistan. Then we look at Biden giving $6 billion for 5 hostages. Unbelievable. If you think you can vote yourself out of this problem, if you think politicians, be it Republicans or Democrats, are on our side, you have to be mentally ill. There is probably just a handful of men and women that represent us in Washington that are truly, truly lovers of the Constitution. This puts us in a situation when you know the truth, and the truth is out there, when you know that what's happening in our government is unconstitutional, and when there's millions upon millions of men and women that have sworn an oath to protect this Constitution. And then you have millions upon millions of hundreds of millions of Americans that are citizens that they don't have to swear an oath to protect the Constitution and serve in the military. They can sit in their chair at their house and say, you know what? I'm going to swear an oath to the Constitution right here in the privacy of my house. And I have as much authority than Dave does, or anyone that served in the military, or anybody retired out of the military, because I'm a citizen of the United States. When are we as a people going to man up, woman up, and tell these politicians that do not work for us, don't think they do? We wanted $8 billion to build a wall. Now what's happening is the Border Patrol is actively assisting the invasion of the United States. Now, you do not become a racist by saying you don't want these illegal immigrants in the country. That doesn't make you a racist. That makes you a rational, fair, mentally stable individual. Anyone that says, oh no, let all these poor people in, is mentally ill. We have a system. And I talked to a guy that came from South Africa that had to spend $10,000, and he did it legally, and it took a while for him to become a citizen. And he is a citizen of the United States, and he loves the United States. He's a firefighter. He's up north. And when I talked to him today, I should have apologized and said, we're sorry, you did it the right way. And you didn't get no help. You actually paid $10,000. Now our government is assisting the invasion of our land. And I have no problems with people coming over here. Absolutely not. I don't care if you're black, green, white, purple. I don't care who you are. If you can come, assimilate, contribute immediately to this country, I will open my arms to you. You go through the process. If you're a criminal, if you have desires to do harm to this country, to our citizens, then for sure you are not welcomed here. But you must do it legally. But our government is assisting the invasion. The same government that's giving away our money. The same government that is pouring billions of dollars into Ukraine for the slaughter of the Ukrainians. Anyone with half a brain could have seen, we better have a peace treaty. Maybe if we just sat down, we could have saved 500,000 people that perished for no reason. So there's no way you're going to vote your way out of this. And I understand this, but every time I get another article, I get some more information, it makes my resolve that we as men and women of this country will one day have to make that decision of stepping up, stepping out, taking a stand. But the crazy thing is, every day we do not take that stand, it makes it harder the next day because we lose control. We become heavier, or our chains become heavier on us. It gives our children and our grandchildren no chance to break these bonds. And these are bondage. We are in bondage to this debt. And you can say, Dave, oh, I didn't ask for any of this. This isn't my debt. It is your debt. You will bear the same pain of this debt. And it will be pain. Could be a collapse of the US dollar, a collapse of our economy. And when the world does not need our US dollar, our petroleum dollar, you will see hyperinflation. You will see pain beyond human comprehension. Now, we can get the world's goods sent to our doorstep because we are the reserve currency. As soon as that stops, we have no industry. Our lives will change. We will look back at this year and say, oh, those were the good years. Those are the years our bellies were full. But you know what? People are starting not to have full bellies. More and more reports of people struggling daily to pay their bills. So I pray that men and women will one day get the intestinal fortitude to tell our government that this is not right. If we don't do it soon, our children will be in bondage. Our grandchildren will be in bondage. I know I'm ranting. Thanks for watching.